Ah, shit. Alright, fucking. I'm just gonna do it this way.
Yo, what's up, man? Say something.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey,
Can
my
you
bad. I
get
had the microphone off. Sorry about that.
it? So good.
I'm just waiting on Karaba.
Oh,
Let's see.
Dude, I just finished that boss in the
Hey, what's up,
third
Blue?
biome.
Yeah. Oh, and
Oh,
what's it called? Returnal, right?
yeah. Oh my god. Some crazy shit.
No, yeah, definitely, man. Sometimes I'm
There's
sitting
a-
there, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, actually, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Let me share this out real quick.
It's weird, bro. It's like the first and second one's like, yeah. And the third one's like freaking 5 times harder than the first and the second one. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's a trip, man.
At
Hold on.
first I was pissed, but I managed to beat it with 30% HP from full health, the boss. I didn't get hit once after that.
Oh, there's
I don't
one
know
more.
how I pulled it off, but I did it.
Well, I mean, that's what's up. All right. Okay, we
Stop
got crab
bitches.
on here.
Stuff, man.
Did you say what's up, beaches?
I said yeah, stop bitches. Bitches, not bitches.
Fish.
Different words. Pay attention. I'm just fucking with you. I beat Returnal every single boss first try, including the first mini boss.
Hold on. Before you get into that, hey, yo, this is Gaming Despair, man. Your host, obviously, you know who I am. I'm always causing ruckus and shit on fucking Twitter, but it is what it is and shit. Just getting into fights with people on a daily basis, but that's me. Anyways, I got my best friends over here, Michael and Karaba and shit, man.
Hey
Me,
guys.
dude, I just bought a couple indie games, Mortal Kombat 11, and some of the shit that I fucking ended up buying. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but I've just been chilling with the indie games and stuff like that. But what's up with you guys, man?
Been playing Returnal. Enjoying the fuck out of it. I got it a bit late than everyone, so I haven't finished it yet because I got it a few days later, but having an absolute blast. Up to biome 4, halfway through that, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. So good.
Definitely, we'll get into that afterwards and shit. What about you, Karaba?
Okay, so me, I actually also got to it late because of the plate where I bought it from. I bought it physically and I literally had to wait 3, 4 days before it arrived. And yeah, after that, it was just I steamrolled it. I beat every single boss first try. Not my only issue, my what's called the moment where I got stuck was biome 3. I stayed for biome 3 for a while. I had to figure out exactly how to deal with the fucking drones. The drones are a bane to my existence. However, what happened, and here's the fun story though. Uh, Woolly Gamer shouted me out on Salty Podcast
I
at the
saw
end,
that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
and he made the mistake of saying if I beat the game, he's gonna eat his own elbow. That was his biggest mistake. If when you're ifing me, it's over. I took it. I took offense to it, of course, in a joking way, and I I went through biome 3 all the way to biome
Oh,
6 in almost kind of one setting, you can say. And yeah, after that, I got everything that needed for a secret ending. And now I'm on the third biome and
y-
trying to get the secret ending.
yeah. And you know what? There's a thing that I like about what's it called? Returnal. It's very dark, right?
What
It's
do you
very
mean with
dark.
dark?
Like it's not. I mean, like it's not like a casual kind of thing, but it's very dark in general and stuff. Like you can
Do you
add in
mean
the
dark
music.
in terms of story?
Yeah, in terms of story, but I mean, especially when you walk into the house, man. Goddamn, I'm not gonna lie, but I was
Oh,
kind of
dude,
freaked out when like the
that.
fucking door was knocking, and then all of a sudden
Oh
people were
my
walking
god,
on top and shit.
that house sequence. House Marquee can genuinely make now a horror game. Like
I reckon.
they
Yeah.
are borderlining PT, in my opinion.
Yeah,
That's how scary that house sequence was. Like there is absolutely no reason for you to be scared. Yet all you're hearing inside the house is Celine own breathing. There is absolutely nothing. There is no jump scare, but it's the suspense that there is about to something about to happen. That's what makes it scary.
yeah. Remember that sequence where like what's it called? Somebody was knocking on the door like really hard, and you're like, holy shit! And then
Yeah, that was
yeah, dude,
fucking
fuck that
crazy.
shit creeped me the
Yeah,
fuck out. And I was
uh,
playing with the headset. You know what I mean? I was playing with the headset the
me
whole time.
Me too. I have a different type of headset for people that have bad hearing. And the thing was, I just at some point I was like, screw this, I'm not gonna play this game with the audio on. I turned my headset off and continued the house sequence without the audio. I couldn't handle it. Like, I'm not a fan of horror to begin with,
Mhm.
but that was mad scary to me. I was like, yeah, no, time to retreat. I took an L on that front.
Actually, you know what?
You know what
Actually,
I've
let me ask a
noticed?
question to Michael real quick. Actually,
Yeah.
okay, so people are saying that the game was running at 1080p, right? But why does it look so beautiful?
Probably because they're using temporal anti-aliasing. So though it's at 1080p, they're upscaling and resharpening it, and they're using a technique where they use it's like a machine learning technique where they get the PlayStation to predict where there should be detail to generate detail that's not actually on file but is predicted detail. So some of the patterns on the doors, like the gritty detail, is just duplicated and predicted detail from the CPU so that way it can run at a higher frame rate.
Yeah. And you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense too. I mean, like if you think, for instance, like you look at like a game like Dead Space, right? You know how long it would take for those doors to open up, but in
Yeah,
Returnal, Jesus, it like instantaneously opened up.
Dude,
I'm like, holy shit!
about Returnal, I just
I
want to
love
say
that.
this. I don't want PlayStation to ever make use of ladders ever again.
Make what?
After
Hold on. Make use of what?
Ladders, man.
ladders,
Fuck ladders,
stairs.
bro. I'm
Ladders?
Like
done with
Like
ladders,
ladders?
man.
the ability to teleport from one end of the map to the another end of the map in a span of literally 9 seconds at maximum. Like I need that in every single game. I don't want to climb up ladders and go down ladders anymore.
I know what
Like
you're thinking of, camera. Metal Gear Solid 3, bro.
No, he's talking about fucking Death Stranding and shit. That's what motherfucker's talking
That's
about
a
right now.
long ass ladder climb in Metal Gear Solid
no,
3,
I never
bro.
played any Metal Gear Solid game. I'm just talking about how the loading sequence in Returnal is so fast that I don't want to ever experience any, going up stairs or going downstairs
That's
You
why
while
saying
you
that's a
waiting
can
good
for
thing or a
things to
bad
fucking.
thing?
load.
When you die, it's so fast that even if you start from the first biome, It's all good because it's just so fast. Like you don't even feel depressed. You're just like, yeah, this is awesome
And you know
because
what's
it's just
crazy
so
though?
fast.
It's crazy how it loads that fast. Honestly, like you know what? I'm not gonna say, but honestly, I was capping for this game for such a long time. I was listening, I was watching everything. I'm like, oh, it's a true PS5 exclusive and shit. Dude. To be honest with you, it hasn't let me down. I love playing it, and I can hear Omar playing it in the background too right now.
I'm playing it right now. My bad for the mic.
I'm
Do you
sick.
need? I will mute it. I will mute it. Sorry. Here,
You there?
mute it.
Shit,
All
what
right.
happened?
Anything else you want to touch? You guys want to touch on Returnal or no?
I love Returnal. I want to talk about how Returnal exposed this fandom, and mainly, not mainly, it's the what's called it's um, the reviewers aspect, but it's also the gamers as well. Like the game is not that hard. I don't
Yeah,
understand why people are having a hard time beating it. Like
I think I know
and
why, dude.
and I beat
People,
the game on a 1080 what's called 30 FPS. My TV
people are
can't do
used to
for
like running and gunning these days, and because it looks like a traditional third-person shooter, people don't respect the game. So they end up not having the patience just to do the easy task of picking your targets, knowing what to attack first, and just timing.
I
And
And
think
if
you
you
know
just
what?
do timing, basic timing, it's pretty easy because uh, the game's so fluid. You can execute everything perfectly.
yeah,
And you know,
gameplay
like
is
Omar, if I
king.
could add this in, like the one thing that bothers me too. This was a side topic, right? And I didn't want to talk about this, but like the whole thing with the reviewers and stuff like that. Like, I mean, if
We
you can't
should talk
fucking
about
finish a
it.
game, yeah, we can't fucking finish a game, dude. You shouldn't be fucking reviewing games to begin with and shit. Like, you know, that's the shit that
Yeah,
kind of bothers me, honestly, because I mean, if you can't do your job, then fucking let me take your job and I'll fucking do it for you.
Yes, yes, yes. Like it's crazy how these people are getting paid to play games and not finish them and review
fucking
them
asshole.
and impact the Metacritic.
How pathetic, man. That's unacceptable. If you can't
I'm
handle the heat, get out of the fucking kitchen. They shouldn't have taken up the profession in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, seriously, dude. I don't understand. Like sometimes reviewers and stuff like that, they come out and then they're bashing the game, or maybe it's too hard. It's in that
Fucking
man. Just stay out of the kitchen, bro. Get the fuck out
It's
of here,
just so
dude.
pathetic. Like you see all these nines and like 9.5. You got this one dickhead's like puts a six and like, oh, I didn't enjoy the combat. It felt too mundane and difficult. Difficult, it doesn't exist. There is. It's your job
The
to
game
play the game,
the
not
game is
fucking.
not even difficult. That's the problem. They just don't know how to
Yeah.
play it.
It's so like I remember I was watching a video with King
Like
Thrash and it was showing that some of the reviewers on their games on Xbox and on PlayStation that they have hours played and zero trophies on their account, but yet they put a full review out for games.
Oh man, don't even talk to me about trophies right now. I got into an argument with some motherfucker today and shit. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
yeah, like I genuinely okay. It's not like I'm that good at gaming. I have my own issues, but I genuinely don't think this game is hard. This game gives you every chance, everything you need to beat it. Like it got
Yeah, it definitely
checkpoints.
does.
It got a pause button. It actually got a freaking pause button that I'm literally making use of right now. Like this is far easier than a game like a Soul game, for example. In a
Yeah,
Soul game, you
yeah,
can't
sure.
pause whatsoever. In
And you
this
know what?
one,
And you know what, Omar? Like, just to kind of piggyback right on what you're saying right now. Remember that one kid that was disabled and he was able to beat bosses on Sekiro? I
yo,
mean, like, come
yo,
on.
a friend of mine, his name is Let me get it. I don't know if I tagged you with his kid. Literally beat Bloodborne. His kid is 5 years old. He beat Bloodborne
And that's
on
the thing.
his
What I'm saying. That's what I think.
own.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if these guys can't fucking do their jobs, then why the fuck are they even in the industry? Like, it makes no fucking sense. And then that one chick, I forgot what her name was, but she was saying like the meanest, disgusting shit. Fucking when it came to reviewing games and shit like that, and then people caught her. I forgot what her name was. I don't know if you guys remember.
Not a line of Pierce. I don't like her either. Though.
No, not her, not her. Somebody else. She even said disgusting shit to Drunkman as well. Actually, she said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna leave the industry. I don't give a fuck about you." Some shit like that. You know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
this idiot of a person. Like she posted a tweet saying like she reviewed a game and said something about sexual
Like she
not
brought
gay
politics into it, right?
politics
Yeah,
involved. Like
politics. Yeah.
what does politics have to do with this game to begin with? Like also.
Oh, and Jeff Grubb as well too. Man, fuck Jeff Grubb, man.
Dude,
Fuck that motherfucker
screw
too. Like he's
him,
defending
screw
her and
him.
shit.
But you know who also should be
Thanks,
put
Umar.
on. But you know who also we need to put on blast? None other than Tony Polanco. This
Oh yeah,
dude
yeah, 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 yeah.
is on record saying he doesn't beat games. Like, and yet he reviews them. Like, no, get out of here.
But yeah, but see, here's the problem. Like, right? Okay, so if you're gonna be a reviewer of gamers and you don't beat games, like, see, here's the thing. Like,
At least At least put at the beginning of your review. This review is based on me not having beaten the game. Watch how many people read your review or give your review attention. No
but
one.
but here's the way I look at it. Like, you can't watch a movie half of the way and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna create a review on it. No, you
He
gotta fucking watch the
he
whole fucking thing.
literally said, Tony Polanco said, I don't review, I don't finish games before I review them because after 4 hours I know everything about the game, and so
That
I
is
don't feel the
fucking.
need that
But
I should
you know
finish
how
the game.
stupid that sounds. Honestly, you know how stupid that sounds. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's
it's
not
just
stupid. Like, for example, a game like what's called like God of War. You get the second weapon. What like how many hours into the game? At the almost 3/4 in the game.
Yeah. And
Like
then the game fucking transforms, bro.
well, actually,
yes,
you know what?
yes.
Actually, Michael, let me ask you that question too, because like I had a problem with some reviewers and stuff like that. Like he was talking about Jeff Grubb or like Tony Polanco, basically saying that they don't have to finish the game in order to give a review, which to me is kind of bullshit and shit because I can't fucking review something or have kind of an opinion on something if I don't finish it. Like, what do you think about that, honestly?
It's sort of like this. Imagine if they did that for Metal Gear Solid 4, the Guns of the Patriots. What injustice would be done? That's my opinion. Imagine playing Act 1 and then not realizing that, like, there's so much to that game that makes it a 10. There's so much to it. To just play 1/4, you couldn't even, like, do even a fraction of a review. It's one of those games. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
example. I am so against people not finishing the games. Like, for example, one thing I'm gonna say I really appreciate.
Hold on,
Young Gil,
before you
when
finish
he
that
did his
statement.
review of Returnal, that was a proper review. He finished the game. He had a comprehensive understanding, and he gave his opinion on certain mechanics and what he thought. And that's what I like to see. Stuff
Hold
like
on,
that.
Michael. Before we finish, I can hear an echo. Is that you guys or is that me?
Um, it could be me because I don't have my headset plugged in.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
plug it in
that's fine. That's fine.
to
Or
eliminate the audio loop. Just give me 1 second.
all right, but go ahead, Michael. I don't know if he's there. All right. Oh, that's you, Karaba, motherfucker. You're the one that's fucking doing that shit. Oh, yeah, by the way, what's the next topic, actually? Ah, fuck, I was looking into it. Karaba, you there? Fuck, nigga. Grabber.
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right. Okay, we're gonna talk about something. Oh, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you interested in a Pixar movie? Go ahead,
Motherfucker,
play Ratchet and Clank.
motherfucker, man, dude. You know me, dude. Since
Not
you
you,
see
not
me.
you, not you. I'm just speaking in general.
Oh, in
This,
general.
this is why I hate the word you. It can be meant toward you or people as a whole. Like, I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I love how that shit looks. I love how it plays.
I
I
mean,
can't wait. Like, they're literally giving you everything that is amazing out of Ratchet and bundling it in one. We got arena, we got open area, we got guns after guns after guns. We got a second character. My only not much of a complaint, but more like hope is Rivet plays differently than Ratchet. Because
I
from
mean, I
what I mean by that is it seems to me like Rivet and Ratchet play the same, and I don't want that. I want them to be differently,
yeah.
and I hope that is the thing. Unless they have both different arsenal, like they get different guns, we will see.
And the thing is too is that obviously you see me, Omar, like on Twitter or whatever it is. Like I've been very vocal about this game and stuff like that because it's gonna be like the scratch of the surface for like pretty much the PS5 architecture, right? And for me, it's gonna be a defining moment to see like what separates the bottom from the up. And once it comes out and we've seen the gameplay, right? We've seen the gameplay, and to me, honestly, I was thrilled when I saw that. I was like blown out of my fucking eyes and shit.
Yeah.
So when like for me, it's like a big test when it comes to the architecture of the PS5 and stuff like that. It's just a small scratch, like I said, small scratch to the surface, like Insomniac ended up saying. And for me to see that in person, just like Returnal is an exception, but to see that in person, it's like, God damn, what the fuck, you know?
I
And
can't wait.
yeah, and let's just not forget too that there's no SSD out there in the market right now for the PS5. I mean, for like PCs or like Xbox stuff like that. PS5 really took it to a different level, man. And let's just see what happens when Ratchet and Clank comes out.
Also, I got to tell you guys something. Remember, I was talking to you guys about how the SSD is not just for fast loading, that in the PS5, only the PS5, not even the Xbox Series X, the PS5, the SSD is so fast that it uses it as a render pipeline to load the graphics that's just in front of you, and everything off else around you is on SSD. And as you spin the camera, it loads and disloads, unloads data off the SSD, and then he uses a quarter of the GPU of what it would on a PC or an Xbox console, any of them.
And no, honestly,
They're using that with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That is why it looks like that. And they
yeah,
released a statement talking about exactly what I said. Insomniac themselves have said this, precisely what I said. What I was saying for the last 8 or 9 months now, it's now been said by them, and they're using it. I was telling everybody, and now I'm looking for receipts here. None of the Xbox have come back, man. They all shut their fucking mouths now. Finally,
yeah,
we have the evidence. The game. Let's just you wait. And Ratchet and
man.
Clank looks fucking like Disney, 100% without flaw. It's Pixar.
Hey, yo,
Perfect
hey.
graphics.
In all honesty, they should have called the PS5 custom SSD the Flash instead. You know what I mean? Because it's fucking running so fast, it could do more things than that. But
Yeah,
shit,
bro.
man, dude. But
And
I
it's
was
got
gonna ask you though.
nothing to do with loading. It's all about GPU efficiency, making the GPU more than what it actually is by having the SSD so fast the GPU only has to do a quarter of the work as the normal PC. So it may be 10 teraflops, but when you use the revolutionary radial culling, it is 4 times that in actual practice.
So
That's
okay, so
why
Let me ask you a question. So, what do you think about when you saw the trailer that came out for Ratchet and Clank?
I was blown away, and I even said, even on one of some of the highest end PCs would struggle just to run this game without, because they don't have SSD. They would struggle just to run this game. They would be insane. The lag would be ridiculous.
Gotcha. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of today. I saw a post like some guy. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but Dirt Griggity or some shit like that.
Yeah,
He was like, oh, you guys remember the Unreal 5 engine that was running that trailer for PlayStation 5, right? Remember where the girl was like floating around and shit,
yeah.
and motherfuckers were taking it like they're like, oh yeah, this game. People said that Unreal 5 engine wouldn't work on Xbox. No, motherfucker. What they were saying is that this specific trailer demo for Unreal 5 engine wouldn't be able to work on fucking Xbox and shit. It's fucking kind of weird, like how people take information and spread information. It's a
It's
weird kind of
actually
concept.
stupid. Just because the engine is available on different platforms, it doesn't mean that it can run that technical demo. It would be impossible because here's one example. That demo is wired in such a way where the PS5 is using the full IO bandwidth. PCs do not exist that have motherboards to support 5.5 gigabytes per second, nor
Yeah.
the SSD or the GPU pipelines do not exist. And here's the problem: even when they do exist, they have to be saturated within 70% of the market. So mostly every single PC gamer will have to have the SSD and IO like PS5 before they even start to make games for it.
Yeah.
Because for the next 5 years, I'm sorry to say, third-party games will be made for HDD.
Hey, it's funny you mentioned that because I remember I think Mark Cerny ended up saying that if these SSDs come out, it's because we made them. Man, that's
Yeah.
a crazy statement. Shit.
They've partnered up with the Samsung.
Yeah.
Samsung helped them create that very powerful 12-channel SSD
12 channels.
controller.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know
It's
what?
phenomenal.
It's
Samsung with hardware, Samsung are able to do some pretty damn good shit.
I
Man,
mean, it's kind of crazy that Mark Cerny went out of his way to like literally create something like this or help create it, you know? I mean, nobody else has it. I mean, it's basically their own product.
and it really pisses me off when people, he's an idiot. He just put the SSD in just for too fast loading, too much SSD. And I'm like, you guys do not understand. There's a whole nother level to this. He said he chose that speed so that things can render in as fast as the player can possibly turn around. It's roughly
Oh, I
4
remember that.
gigabytes per
I remember that.
second for 8K textures. So he wanted SSD to be able to load 8K textures as fast as you can spin the camera, which means he wanted the SSD like this to leverage more graphics than is possible.
And the thing that people forget is that, like, honestly, I mean, Mark Cerny's been an engineer for like 30 plus years and shit, and people really need to understand
Developer
that.
as well.
Yeah, and a
He
developer, yeah,
made the engine for Crash Bandicoot, the engine for Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, Resistance.
yeah, and that's the
Um,
thing. That's the thing
he's
that people
been
don't understand. He's not Phil Spencer, obviously.
Phil Spencer is nowhere near Mark Cerny.
Exactly.
Yeah, Phil Spencer is fucking ridiculous. Like he's like, oh, Game Pass is a model that's is very very profitable, and the guy's like, profitable? How is it profitable? When was it profitable? He's like, well, I don't know. I don't have the exact figures.
Oh, all right, hold on. Actually, no, we're gonna get into that actually right now because Omar, you want to talk about the RE8 sales and shit?
Yeah, so the PlayStation sold the most of RE8, so yeah. Again, another game selling more on PlayStation. You'll have to see it. It's interesting how, to me, it genuinely feels that Game Pass have stopped people from buying games. Like, the sales for Resident Evil were around 80 for PlayStation and
Hmm.
20 for
80%.
Xbox. 80%, my bad. It's like, how can you combat that as an Xbox? As Xbox, like I truly believe we're gonna see way more third-party deals or what's called exclusive content on PlayStation. All
When
you need,
PlayStation got 80% of the market like that.
You
Because
like
know
like you
all
what?
think
you
to yourself, how does Game Pass even have a foothold now when 80% of players do not give a fuck about Xbox?
Yeah, exactly. And let me say this real quick because I was thinking about this today actually. And Omar, you're completely right too. And Michael. The thing is too is that I feel like because more people are buying games on PlayStation, right? That I feel like we're gonna see more exclusive content that's gonna come out on PlayStation. And to be honest with you, if people are buying the games and developers are getting the money, they're obviously gonna fucking go to PlayStation because obviously that's where the money's coming from. I mean, honestly, I mean, how else to look at it?
Yeah, because the better they do, the more money they get. And if on Game Pass going to they're gonna look at Game Pass like, oh, we're only gonna sell this much on the Xbox ecosystem. Fuck this. I think we're just gonna go to PlayStation and make more money. A lot more money, maybe three times more money. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like that one company they just bought like that does like the Call of Duty shit for like oh no, not Call of Duty, I'm sorry. It was for like the what's it called? For kind of like esports and shit. You know what I
And
mean? It,
if Xbox does come a threat, there's one weapon that Sony has that just immediately destroy all of Microsoft. It's this. Do you remember, guys, what happened when they released Horizon Zero Dawn on PC?
yeah.
It broke sales records. People were buying it. They're buying like hotcakes for the PC. If they decide just to put all their backlog on PC to combat Game Pass, people will forget about Game Pass overnight on PC.
It's you see, here's the thing too. Like I made this argument like a couple times and stuff like that. Like you know, honestly, like Game Pass, I think it's cool. It's a cool service, but like it's not that you know for a person, right? Like you know, it's a good bang for your pocket, right? But the thing that
Yeah.
bothers me the most is like, well, I don't think about the consumer. I think about the developers. Are they actually even making money to begin with? And that's the shit that bothers me because I mean, shit. I mean, dude, if you're getting paid shit, like you're not gonna make something quality. And then PlayStation is always making quality games. I mean, it's just a known fact. That's what it is.
okay. Not to cut you off, but I wanna read you a few games and the amount of sale difference.
Hmm.
So Hitman 3 sold PlayStation sold 75% on PlayStation versus 25% on Xbox.
Hmm.
Outriders on Game Pass sold 83% on PlayStation, 70% Xbox. Near
Wow.
Replicant 89% PlayStation, 11% on Xbox. And
Jesus
Resident Evil
Christ,
Village 84 by 20. Like,
Fuck, bro.
that's
I
Sony is
am.
fucking
crushing them hard.
that's fucking.
Just wait for Scarlet Nexus to drop. You're gonna see it selling between 670% on PlayStation versus 30, maximum 30 on Xbox.
And when
They
Ratchet and
don't
Clank
support
comes out,
developers.
they will be
Sorry?
0% on Xbox. Just thought I was add that in. Yeah, bro, that'll be the best one. 0%.
Damn. Hey, Michael, you had to do them like that, man. Is that what it is?
I'll be like the Xbox. How come none of you guys bought Ratchet and Clank? Oh wait, yeah, it's
Zero
not on your
percent.
system.
Yeah, but like
Fuck, bro. There's just some amazing figures, bro. Oh my god.
I'm surprised you
That's
got
some
him that quick. Actually,
crazy shit. You were right, Cobra. You said it's gonna be a bloodbath. It already is.
actually, you know what? When I said bloodbath, I think that was actually me. When we were on the podcast with Wooly and what's his name, J Dub. J Dub was there too. I said I was gonna. No,
Right.
actually, no. He said it was gonna be a bloodbath. I said it was gonna be a pool of bloodbaths. This is fucking difference
But
and shit.
yeah.
Uh,
But
uh, um, Despair, how many times have I said it? It's a
yeah,
bloodbath.
and I agree with you, and I agree with you, and that's pretty much what's gonna come down to, especially because like you know what we don't. Okay, we look at our consoles and stuff like that, but the thing that we look for is the games, right? We need the games. And if we don't have the games to showcase anything, and that's the thing, that's the thing that bothers me about the whole Xbox thing because PS5 and the PS5 no disc is the same fucking console with the same architecture, right?
Mm-hmm.
What bothers me the most is that Microsoft is focusing on PC, the Xbox Series S, which I don't even understand why the fuck it was even made to begin with. Now they have to worry about the lowest common denominator. But when it comes to PlayStation first party games, you don't have to worry about that shit because they have the same architecture for that new system. And that just kind of baffles me a little bit because I just don't get it.
I
You know,
need to add in something here. It's
yeah.
really, really critical that I support. Do you guys remember? Like, I don't. Here's the thing. I want you guys to level with me on this. I know you guys have been gamers for some time.
Hmm.
Do you think the newer audience, which is most of Twitter, this is the newer audience, they have no idea the power of Sony because they didn't see what happened, what Sony did with the PS2, where the games had third party exclusives to the point where they were fully on PlayStation 2 only. PlayStation 2 destroyed everything.
Yeah.
PS1 even destroyed everything. And then PS2 continued that. PS5, I believe, because it's this one singular system and because they got 80% of the market. It'll still be 80% when it's PS5 only because everyone with a PS4 will ultimately get a PS5. That's a no-brainer, 100%. They're all just waiting for a PS5. Like, I think there's going to be companies that say, you know what, we're just not going to release it on Xbox at all. It's a waste of time. We're just going to go with PlayStation. We don't want to waste development time. We don't want to have to spend all that extra hundreds of millions of dollars to develop the game for another system or hold it back. We want to sell, so because we want our game to sell, we want to make it for PS5 architecture so it stands out because of the technology and we make money. While the other companies are running on the older architecture, making the boring, mundane shit that's limited by HDDs because all Xbox Series X games will have to run with HDD compatibility because Xbox and Windows are a unified market. Any Xbox Series X exclusive has to run on a PC. So to compete, I believe third parties will make their game on the PS5 exclusively because they want to advance their games to make them appealing. Well, that's
And,
just the theory I have.
and that's kind of the unfortunate part, honestly, when you really think about it, because PlayStation 5, if it were like, first party exclusives that were only on PS5, they don't have to worry about the lowest common denominator. But for Xbox, it's a little different. And I just don't understand why they came out with that formula and thinking that it was going to work. I mean, if it works, it works. But I mean, I just don't see it happening. There's nothing that's going to fucking come out on Xbox is going to be as close as Ratchet and Clank, which is like, it's just not going to happen. So it's just, I don't know. I'm just dumbfounded, honestly. I don't know what you guys think about
Dude, all I do is sit back and
that.
enjoy.
Yeah, because I
Like
know
we are
you.
the
I know
one. Like
you
we are
know
the
what's
one
gonna
that.
happen, Kevin. Don't you? You know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like the PS2 all over again, man.
You know what's that funny is we are the one enjoying Returnal right now. We are the one
Yeah,
that
bro.
gonna enjoy Final Fantasy VII
Yeah.
integrate with the Yuffie DLC. We are the one that gonna enjoy the fuck out of Ratchet. Like, we're eating good.
Yes.
Whatever happened to the other side, hey, you do you.
Yep, fuck them. Just gotta tell you, fuck them, man. We're having a great time here on PlayStation. Like, we're eating good. The games have been nothing short of remarkable.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's almost like you got
maybe
a beer
albeit
belly and
like
shit.
a couple of games, maybe Destruction All Stars, but that's like an oddity.
Oh,
But when it comes to like Sackboy, Spider Man, Returnal, they all have very high rating.
Okay, about that. When PlayStation first came out with Sackboy, people were for the dual with the DualSense demo. Not Sackboy. What's that?
Astrobot.
Astro Boy, Astro Boy,
Astrobot.
Astro Boy. I was gonna say
Uh,
Astro Boy. Wow.
people start saying how this is just a demo. It's not a full game. We are not gonna see that in an actual game. Returnal is the living, breathing proof of
Yes.
the dual sense
Hard.
is an amazing tech.
Dude,
It
it
brings the
was so
dual
cool.
sense to
Like
life.
I got, you saw it,
Exactly.
you
You know,
guys had it. I got exposed for playing Returnal because of the dual sense when it made that sound. Like
the-
I can't not play Returnal with that dual sense. It just there is such a amount of respect and care put into creating of this game. Of course, it's not perfect. I was playing on a different patch, and then when
Exactly.
I got
Sometimes.
to the new patch, I had one freezing where I actually legit had to turn off my PlayStation all the way up. But and a few l- uh, a few glitches, but other than that, the game is running perfectly for me. Did any
Now
one
it's
of you
perfect.
have issue?
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you something funny, bro. The first version of the game, which I got when I first played, I got up to the second biome. I was doing well, and then it crashed. I got angry, and then an update come out. And I thought, oh, cool. Then got up to the third biome, and then it crashed again. And then another update come, and now it hasn't crashed ever since.
Gotcha. No, but speaking on Astrobot though, I mean, honestly, that
That's
game was
fucking
very
awesome.
innovative. Honestly, it was awesome. Like you use the controller and then you could shake it. It was awesome. It's
They
like
put
one of
their
the best
fucking
experiences I
heart and
had.
soul, bro.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
game made me cry. Like I got emotional because it was so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It does look amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And my guy Umar, man, I've been following this guy for a while. He's cool. He says if only PS3 destroyed everything, the PS1 and PS2, so many third-party games would still be exclusive today and wouldn't have gone to Xbox. And then he says PS2 wiped the floor with everyone and no one managed to touch it. Facts. I hope this
That's
gen is
right.
more like the PS2 days. And you know what, Umar? It's funny you mentioned that because honestly, I kind of look at the PS5 as like probably that's may surpass the PS2. So I mean, that could happen, brother. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh
But
yeah,
PS2
and
was
like
definitely a
Maybe you're
great.
right. Maybe
if
they can come back and get
if
those third parties back to
if
the
Yeah,
PlayStation.
PlayStation can make them, you're gonna get them. People are gonna buy them.
Oh yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Just think, bro, how good is Ghost of Tsushima 2 gonna look on the PS5, man?
Dude, that should be dope as hell. All
Okay,
right. Oh,
so
okay. Last topic. Uh,
Did you guys watch Ratchet and Clank previews?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been keeping an eye on that honestly because like I loved what the architect. Oh shit, Michael left. I've been keeping an eye on it just because of the architecture and stuff like that. That was going to be focused, implemented pretty much on the PS5 console, and I was impressed, man, dude. Honestly, that gameplay looked fucking fantastic and pretty much more than what I expected I would get out of the game.
I can't wait for this game. It's gonna be a hard what's called year to choose which is going to be a goatee, Returnal, Ratchet, or Biomutant. I'm really looking forward to
Yeah.
Biomutant.
And we also got Kina coming up too.
Oh shit! There's also,
I actually don't know
dude.
what Biomutant
This
is. Is
year
that
is gonna be
one that
insane.
looks futuristic, and he's in this dome place, and there's these like mechanical creatures coming around.
I forgot about Kenna. Like we're gonna get
Oh,
Kenna,
oh,
Returnal, and
mm,
Ratchet and
Ratchet.
Biomutant back to back to
oh.
back to back.
You also
Yeah.
forgot one thing I want:
Help!
Horizon Forbidden West.
I don't believe that's gonna come. Okay, so about that,
I
if
think
it, if
I'll be
they,
honest, I think it's
Didn't
possible
Ryan
it
said
might
it
come
is?
out this year. I think it
okay,
might come
so
out this year.
I don't think they need it. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, the only reason I say because look,
Hold
we
on,
just
wait,
got
wait, wait, hold on, Omar. They don't need it.
what
They
I
But
mean by
need
that.
wouldn't that be badass if it fucking did drop and shit? You know what I'm saying?
What
After all the games
what
that came out.
what I mean by that they don't need it this year. They already got their hand full with like look at the amount of game we're gonna get.
True, they don't need it, but they're gonna give it anyway. Cause
If they give it, it's gonna be in my PlayStation 5. Don't worry about it. I got that shit covered. But I
no
don't
one's gonna
expect some.
buy the PS4 version for
Mm,
sure. If they
I
do,
really hope. I
I
really
will
hope
murder
they scrap that PS4 version because Miles Morales sales on PlayStation 5 proves you don't need to focus on the PlayStation 4 anymore. It's
I
over.
think they just did it to like do the same thing with PS4 where they're like, we're just gonna play it safe, so just in case, and just put a small transitioning period because they did it with PS3 for about a year, and then the year after that they kicked into second gear and abandoned the PS3.
Hold on. I want to comment on this real quick. Umar ended up saying, "What if Spider-Man 2 comes out next year?" And to be honest with you, I mean, I could see that
Can you
happening
repeat that?
because he said, "What if Spider-Man 2 comes out next year?" And the thing is that I can
Yeah,
kind of see
Ken.
that because, like, man, dude, Insomniac is pumping out games
No,
left and
no.
right,
I don't
No,
expect
I
it
love it.
next year. I
dude.
expect
They
a
came out with
trailer
Spider-Man
next
2.
year.
They came out with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now Ratchet and Clank. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with another game real quick,
No,
especially
I
if that
would.
format set up.
Okay, I don't think next year so. Because you need to see it like this. PlayStation got God of War and Horizon Forbidden West
Yeah,
for
but
next year so far.
Here's the thing though. The thing is that with like Horizon Zero Dawn and like just say God of War, right? They have to be developed for the PS4 and the PS5, so it's not an easy tack. I mean,
We don't
like
know
for instance,
about God of War. If it's
dude, I'll be honest with you, bro. It's gonna come out for the PS4. I
yeah, I
just
have the
know for
feeling
a
too.
fact. And if it does, okay, so there's gonna be a little more work. But if they're just concentrating on just one system, then I wouldn't be surprised if Spider-Man 2 does come out next year. Honestly,
You know
that's
what?
just
You
theory.
know what, guys?
Hmm.
The freaking PlayStation games now they're so good. Even if God of War came out looking exactly the same as God of War 2018, it will still be fucking awesome.
Of
Yeah,
course.
definitely.
It's just that good, bro. I'm not worried. I
Uh,
don't mind if it's on the PS4 for now. But then uh, we got Ratchet and Clank though.
Who do
That
you think gonna
shows a
get it?
massive.
Umar ended up
We,
saying that they have been working on Spider-Man 2 for a while now.
yeah.
And so well, I mean, we'll just see. And then my dude Blue Rhizome, he ended up saying, and we're getting Lost Judgment, Tales of Arise, and More Heroes 3 this year too. So it's probably some games to look forward to and stuff like that.
Oh yes, Tales of dude. This year games are insane.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, that's topic and shit, and then we just cut it off. Omar, you want to talk about the RE8 cells and shit, Resident Evil 8 Village?
It shipped around 3 million.
Hmm.
I'm curious about
Wow.
your guys' opinion. Is that not low? Because this game is literally on PlayStation 4, Xbox and Xbox old gen and next gen, PlayStation 5, and PC. like 5 different platforms.
That's kind of low for 5 because when you look at Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is only on 2 consoles, it sold over 5 million copies.
On one console alone, it sold over 6 million, I think, which
But
is
you
the
know,
Wow,
PlayStation 5.
but you know that's pretty
that
low though,
church up too
especially
low.
that's pretty low, especially being on 5 platforms and stuff like that. But I remember
Yes,
reading an article where like I heard that it was more PlayStation people that were actually buying the game. So like it's just kind of
Just your
boggles my mind a
Xbox
little bit.
players just don't buy games, bro.
Hey, and let's just put it on Game Pass and then I'll get it.
Fucking bro, their
I
game is
I
on
genuinely
welfare,
believe
man.
I didn't buy it because I don't care for it because I'm not a horror fan.
Mm.
But if you're a fan of that game, why don't you buy it? Why would you rather wait for it to come to Game Pass? Hey,
Well, I mean, I was just throwing it out there. I'm not saying that people are waiting for Game Pass. Like, I think that most of the time right now, more people are like casuals than anything and stuff like that. They'll
dude,
play like Apex Legends or like Fortnite and stuff
80,
like that. But
80-20 though.
yeah,
There is
no, 80-20. Yeah, no.
a huge difference. Like, also, one thing is super interesting. PlayStation allowed Capcom to make use of their what's called a studio
hmm
for motion capture.
Yeah.
Apparently, they did this motion capture in none other than Santa Monica Studio.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, like, you're bringing up the numbers and stuff, 80% of PlayStation 5 and then Xbox, like we said, like 20%. That's the thing too, like we were talking about earlier and stuff. These companies are gonna look at PlayStation, they're gonna be like, you know what? They're paying a full price, let's give them some exclusive content. And it's just gonna get fucking worse, worse and worse every fucking time. I swear to God. If people on PlayStation are buying the games, they're gonna get deals, man. That's just how it is. That's how it works
I
and shit.
mean,
Yeah, man.
Yuffie says hi. It's exclusive for 6 months on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not only that, remember how PlayStation Final Fantasy VII Remake was supposed to be 1 year only exclusive?
Oh yeah, and they extended it to 6 months more, right?
They extended it to 6 months more.
Yeah.
And since they are now working on part two, I would genuinely not be surprised if that's gonna be PlayStation exclusive first. Like, I would like, if you're PlayStation, would you not have secured Final Fantasy VII Remake entirety to be played first on PlayStation, or would you have only said the very first part only?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh shit.
Oh,
Oops, my bad. I accidentally kicked off Michael off the
oh,
stream.
I've got an interesting thing that I've come across, and it's true. People keep saying like because Microsoft is a $1.4 trillion company and Sony is
Mhm.
a 70 or $90 billion company, that Microsoft has more money. Here's the thing: that's not actually true. What it is, $1.4 trillion is how much they're worth. It's because they're a big company with many moving parts, many
Yeah.
different divisions and facets. It doesn't mean they have money available. And you know what the funny thing is? Sony actually has a higher spending cap than Microsoft. Microsoft can spend, I think, 100 billion, and
Yeah.
Sony can spend 115 billion. That's how much they have to spend. So people going on about, oh, Microsoft can buy this or that or that. Sony can too. They've got the money. They have actually even more available. Just because a
Like,
company is worth a certain amount doesn't mean that they have that money to spend.
I
That's
Basically,
swear.
basically, PlayStation has a bigger spending cap. That's what it is, and that's the thing
yeah,
too. Like, I don't understand. Like, when I don't mean to say Xbox like people and stuff like that, but let me just say Xbox fanboys when they're talking about like, oh yeah, Microsoft has this much spent. Well, it's only a division, dude. Stop fucking talking out of your ass and shit. It doesn't work that way, man. It's
yeah.
fucking some weirdo shit, man. I swear to God, sometimes I want to slap these guys in person, just like that one guy Avenger
They
and
nearly
shit. I'm gonna
shut
beat his
down
ass.
Xbox in the 360 era because of the 46% failure rate.
Oh yeah, I remember that Red Ring of Death, right?
Yeah, there's even a documentary by Mystic Gamer. He does a fantastic documentary on that. He's
You gotta
really
send me
cool.
that. You gotta send me that.
Definitely, I will. I'll definitely after the podcast. I'll send you a link. It's a really good watch.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you guys got any of your pieces, we could just wrap it up real quick and then just say our pieces and stuff.
I had to vent that. Sorry, I went a bit crazy.
Wait, what?
I went a bit overboard.
All right. Well, by the way, hopefully Michael could be there next Monday. We have Crap Gamer. I would love if you talk to him because he's pretty chill. Crab, I hope you're there. You're usually always there.
To be
Um,
honest, like I always
before
watch his
VCP,
videos, even though if some of them I disagree with, but I just kind of see the guy who likes to talk about gaming. I guess he's
Yeah.
changed a lot. He used
Yeah,
to kind of
yeah,
be
yes.
bad, but
Oh, hold on. Before you say
now it's
anything,
come good.
shout out to my
What's up?
dude, Guapzilla, man. Love you, brother. Yeah, go ahead,
yo, shout
Michael.
out to
Go ahead, Michael.
Guab.
Go ahead,
Guab's a
Michael.
cool dude. Also, just want to say this. Electropylon over, what's called? Holoseeker. Sue me, Guab.
Wait, what?
Me and Guab, we're going back and forth. Electropylon versus Holoseeker.
Gotcha.
He, uh, from Eternal, the weapon.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
Hold on. I don't know why the fuck Michael keeps getting kicked out and shit. I keep putting him back in the chat. Nah, but yeah, I mean, you guys going back and forth over what?
over what's the best weapon in the game. I said
Oh, okay.
Electropylon. He said Electropylon is underrated, overrated compared to Holoseeker. And here's the opinion, which I kind of agree. When you have Holoseeker with Portal Beam, then you're good to go. However, without Portal Beam, Holoseeker is nothing. However, Electropylon, it can literally trap enemies in a net of electricity.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
over.
I've got something to suggest as well, Cobra. Have you
What?
tried the Hollow Seeker with serrated projectiles? That is
Um,
insane. I've
Oh,
used the electron pylon driver with web shot, so it's even stronger. It shits all over the electron pylon driver with web shot. It destroys it. It's like shooting 3 or 4 guns at once. Like
yeah,
it
I
does
like that.
damage every time. The amount of damage that gets like if there's 4 enemies, you shoot in a straight line, it'll hit all 4 and make the health bars go down in like 1 to 2 seconds. Flying
Yep.
enemies.
hey,
It's
hey,
just
hey, hold on.
Electropylon, you
What?
can
Hey,
literally
hold on, Crab.
make
Before
it.
you go,
not the pylon. I'm talking about the Hollow Seeker with serrated
I need to try
projectiles.
it out. I heard you. I need to
hey,
try it
one
out.
sec,
Oh god!
one sec.
I'll
Hey,
upload a video.
yo,
I'll show you guys.
hold on, one sec. Hey, Guapzilla. Basically, what my man Karaba and Michael are saying is you don't know shit about the game, man. You gotta stop playing it, and you gotta go play some fucking
Nah,
Candy
Guav
Crush.
is
No, I'm
cool.
just kidding. No, I'm
He
just
was
kidding.
putting in
No,
work.
I'm just fucking with him.
Guys, sorry if I keep backing out. It's just that when I go to chat and then I press back, it backs out of the fucking thing, and I gotta get used to it. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's all good, man. Hey, same here, man. I'm actually about to play in a couple minutes right now, but yeah, man, let's fucking do our outros and stuff. Hey, man, what's up, Gaming Despair, man? Sorry, it was kind of late and I didn't really set it up right now, but thanks for who was watching and thanks for the comments. You can follow me at Gaming Despair. Obviously, my gaming profile is Gaming Despair on PSN. And yeah, I don't take shit from like people that want to act like women, even though they're actually men in real life. So, I talk shit. But anyways, Karaba, go ahead, man. Introduce yourself.
No need, they know who I am. Bye.
Wait, what?
No need for an outro. I don't like outros. It's just like they know who I am. It's not my first rodeo here.
Just tell me your
Guys,
Omar. That's it.
you know
Go
who
ahead.
I am. I'm on Twitter. Michael, and it's like all these numbers and stuff. I talk about the PlayStation architecture a lot. Pretty much everyone in the chat's got me on Twitter. And my PSN is LAGM. if you want to add me up.
LAGM,
And
right?
do party chat. So we can talk about anything in co-op. Or trade strategies on Returnal and talk about weapon modification. I love
For,
that
sh-
sort of stuff.
for sure, for sure. Hey, man, thanks Umar and Guapzilla for coming on the show, man. Take care, guys. All right, peace.
Catch you later, man. See you, Gabra.
world kind of in tandem, where Ratchet and Ribbit will have different things to do on the same planets. So combining that with the interesting, they talked about like the different gear you can unlock and whatnot, and it's going to be an interesting balance to see how those two interact with each other. Oh wow, that's you playing that. Holy shit. Oh, we got some